one challenge that I keep hearing from people is that they always say, Akshat, every time I start a chat, I need to keep explaining Claude what I want to do. And it does not know the enough context about my project. And I tell to them, it's just these three things that you need to fix. And let's talk about those three things on how does Claude handle memory and how you can use the new auto memory feature to actually take care of all of this. Let's get started. Now, the first thing I want to show you is this is how your memory looks like. And if you just type in /memory in your Claude project, you will see these options available here. Very simply, we see that there is the main file, which is the claude.md, the user memory file, which is technically like, again, instructions that I have written as a user, which I want Claude to load every time I start a new chat. So every time I go ahead and click and start a new chat, Claude loads that file. It is the file that will always be part of my context every time I'm trying to do something. And that is great because this is where I have told it what should you follow when you are building something in this repository, what are the things that you need to remember, what are the kind of things that we are trying to do here. And that is important. The one thing that you need to remember with claude.md that it is very easy to get this file wrong. Let me explain you what I'm talking about. Your file should strictly follow these rules. First, it should not be more than 200 lines. I have dedicatedly kept my files under 150 or 100 lines so that I don't waste context on that and it remembers what I'm trying to do in the least possible words. So again, figure out what you want, and again, remember that it should be specifically about important things like how do you want something to work. So all of these things in the green, build commands, deviations, keep them. This is again, things that Claude can't figure out on its own. But if there is something related to code, like how does a function work, or how does a page looks like, or how does the design system work there's no need to keep it. Claude can read it, so your file should not have everything in the world. Like, don't write everything that you need. Keep a quick context, probably how your development workflow works, and that's pretty much it, because it will have everywhere and will keep updating itself. So just to show you again a deeper example here, now just to walk you through my own file here, if you see there are just the principles of building. So what to choose every time that I'm building, because I don't need to figure out, okay, what if I should build a skill or I should build an agent. Should I use an API here or should I use an MCP that might exist that I don't know about? That's it. So if I'm building something, how do I build it faster using an API or an MCP? And do I need to build a skill or an agent depending on the type of thing that I'm trying to build? Because this OS is kind of like just different agents and skills put together. That is the power that I wanted to add. That's all. And basic context of what the project is about. Nothing else. Everything else just goes away in the code and the complexity stays in the code. This is more or less like a one page that you write to Claude. Here is what we're going to do, and don't forget these things. But now the other problem that started happening is that a lot of people just forget to update Claude.md, and it's also difficult because you are building the project so much and sometimes you just forget and you don't have the time, or you're just like too lazy, whatever it could be. Claude created an option called auto memory. Now, if you have auto memory turned off, please go ahead and switch it on. Just type in memory and you will have the option to switch it on or off. Keep it on. Claude Auto Memory is the place where it will automatically update its memory by itself. Every time you are working with Claude, you are updating memory. It's kind of like a human, how they learn. So if you are doing a task, you kind of understand the feedback from that task. You see how that task is performed and you remember it back again. So it becomes easier for you to keep doing it over and over. In the same way, Claude creates a memory file here. So you have a memory folder under .claude in your project, and they have created a memory.md file. This file is automatically created. As soon as you switch on auto memory, it will start creating this file every time you're using it. So you will have details about it. You will have again, what is in the project, and also what are the build principles that we're using. Some of the instructions might be similar as claude.md, and that is okay. But the best part is this is automatically updated by Claude every time you're talking to it. So it can keep updating, keep adding information to this about the project and make your life easier. Here is just how it works. Very simply, you're working on something. Claude notices that this is something that is important. This is something that Akshat keeps doing multiple times. It goes ahead and updates this into the memory. Again, it saves into the memory. And then next time when it automatically, you are trying to do something, it ensures that the first 200 lines of the memory.md file is called into the chat so that it remembers what we were talking about. It remembers more context about the project, and this keeps going on and on and on. So the loop keeps working and you keep getting better Claude code every time that you're working with it. So it's a great, just keep it switched on and you don't even need to know what is happening because it will automatically happen. Now, just to explain you the difference between both of these things, and also remember that you can update either of them. So, Claude.md, you write this yourself, you update it, it's your instructions. It will automatically always load, and you can also share this with people. You can like very simply share this as a project memory, share it part of the project, share it in different context because it's part of the context of the memory. And very simply, on the other hand, auto memory, again, Claude automatically writes it. So that means you don't need to worry about it. It loads at the same time as the session. So always there. But also that it becomes better because you don't need to update it. Claude figures out the best way to update the file itself and just go ahead from there. And also that again, it says that it's local in the machine, but technically you can still share it. Again, it's a recommendation from Claude to not share it right now, but again, you can still share it. It's a .md file, nothing there. So if you look at it, this is the file. Again, it keeps getting auto updated, and you can also click on edit and edit it. So in case there is something that Claude has added, which it has made a mistake about, and you don't want it to be part of the file, you can just go ahead and edit it as you want. So just go ahead and add something, say hi all the time, and just update it as you want. It's completely up to you, and it's again at the end, remember that they are both text files. This is all you need to know to become an expert on how to manage memory in Claude Code. Switch on auto memory right now. Go ahead and check out the Claude.md, and you're pretty much like 95% done. And if you have any new updates that Anthropic, and if there are any new updates to Claude Code, I will give them to you. So just hit the subscribe button. And if you're someone who wants to be in loop in AI all the time, go check out the newsletter in the description, which is free to subscribe. And we also have a community where we help professionals who want to apply AI at their workplace and become AI native workers. So go ahead and check that out. If you're a professional, we would love to help you. Till then, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.